We are back. Welcome to Jamie Reviews. I am Jamison Michael, and of course we have Swaggy Waggy, aka Megwag Runs, with me to go over our thoughts on what New Balance has to offer during this carbon plate era of running shoes. And she will give her thoughts in the post review. So every brand is pushing out their carbon plated shoes, mostly racers. But what makes this shoe different is that it's intended to be used as a training shoe, with the possibility of being used for competitions, but more so a trainer. Well, we've had these shoes for about 2 months now, and we are ready to break down what the shoe is, who's it for, the good, the bad, and all that jazz. So with that said, this is our review of the New Balance Fuel Cell TC Training Competition. So the upper uses a synthetic mesh that provides probably the best fit on any carbon plate shoe on the market, as far as being accommodating to a variety of foot shapes. The upper is fairly simple by design. You have decent ventilation throughout the shoe, some structural overlays near the lacing area and around the heel. But the big thing here is the fit. The shoe has a great fit throughout the midfoot to where it felt fairly secure, but never too tight. But the toe box allowed our feet to splay naturally. Now it wasn't too spacey to where it felt sloppy, but enough to where our toes could splay naturally. It was good out of the box. The upper itself contained the foot in well. While running on the roads or just typical routes, the shoe felt secure. The heel cup provided a good lockdown also, and the amount of padding inside the shoe was nice, meaning it wasn't too stuffy or padded, but enough to where longer sessions in the TC was not an issue. When taking the shoe on tighter turns, that is when the combination of the simplistic upper and the higher stack height became a small issue. Tighter turns at faster pacing, like when attacking the curve of a track, was a bit wonky. But as many of you already know, this is meant to be a carbon plate trainer, not something you want to be cutting, taking tighter turns, or doing cone drills with. If you are running on a relatively straight path, you're good. And overall, the upper was good. No major flaws when used within its purpose. Now the big thing going on with the TC is the combination of the Fuel Cell cushioning with the full length carbon plate. So Fuel Cell is one of my favorite foams on the market. And in the TC, it is very much like a trampoline. It has that bounce. With the combination of the carbon plate, it is really apparent that this shoe has a lot more going on than something like the Fuel Cell Rebel. The stack heights of this shoe allows for more compression. So as far as cushioning and that bounce, you got a whole lot of it. And this is the part where you will either love or hate this shoe. If you like a lot of cushion for the pushing, when it comes to those faster paces, to feel the higher stack height with a carbon plate in a daily trainer package, you should just stop watching this review right now and check out the links down below. But if you're someone who prefers a bit more control and a more natural ride, then this may be a letdown. As far as softness, I don't think it's quite as soft as the Vaporfly Next Percent, but it is softer than a Zoom Fly 3. I would say that the Fuel Cell TC sits somewhere between those shoes. And the midfoot cushioning to me is what really stood out. Just a good amount of padding that kept the legs from feeling too beat up after a longer jog or run, whatever you do. Now I personally like this shoe for road runs of more than 7 miles, or 11.2654 kilometers. And anything less than that, I would prefer to just go with the Fuel Cell Rebel, because I don't feel the need to have that much cushion when going at a certain pace or mileage. But all that will be a personal taste. Anyone who's into high cushion, bouncy shoes will love these. On the outsole, you got a gracious amount of rubber throughout the midfoot, and a bit of abrasion rubber around the heel. It kind of blends in with the midsole, but it's there. And honestly, it gives the shoe average grip, some added durability, but doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. I would say that if you land mostly midfoot, you will get the most out of it. So the best way to describe the TC is fun. It's a fun shoe. The fit to me is one of the best I've tried in a carbon plate shoe. And anyone looking into long distance carbon plate shoes for training, it's not even a question. The TCs are legit. Now if you're into lower stack height, less cushion shoes, something like the Skechers Speed Elite or Asics Meta Racer will be more down your alley. So the only cons that I have for this shoe is the price and the weight. At one point, I can say that this shoe feels premium, but $200 seems like a lot, considering the RC Elite will be around the same price. As a high-performance training shoe, I think the TC is great, and they can still be a longer distance racing option for someone wanting a great fitting cushion shoe. Now if you're in the elite level of racing, I think the TCs may weigh a bit more than what you need, and you will likely be more into the RC Elite instead. And if you're racing less than a 10K, you may be better off getting something lighter with less stack height to enable a more responsive feel in your turnover. Anyways, those are my thoughts. When it comes to making a shoe for a purpose, New Balance definitely has one I think that many will enjoy. But let's see some of Megan's thoughts in the post-review.
Well done.
That was like fail. All right, we are back. This is the post-review review, and today we got your favorite amongst the favorites, Meg Wag Runs. Megan.
Hi.
I ain't said hi to you yet.
Oh, well, I'm saying hi to them.
Oh, so they matter more than me?
I said hi to you like, I don't know, like a couple hours ago.
I guess. So, this was actually your first ever carbon plate running shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've heard of the Nike vaporflies.
I have heard of them.
I showed you the Speed Elite from Skechers like a few minutes
me.
ago. There's a lot coming out, and this is the New Balance Fuel Cell TC, meant for training / competition. So you don't have any bias of carbon plates or anything, so I figure, you know what? Let us know how you feel the New Balance Fuel Cell TC.
Dun dun dun. So, first impression, when I put the shoe on, it felt really comfortable right off the bat. I think New Balance did a really good job with just the overall fit. It felt really great in the toe box, felt really great by the arch and by the heel, so good job, New Balance. That was really hit the nail on the head with that. As far as running with them, I had a lot of fun with them. Super bouncy, like the shoe. It's a little bit more cushion than I'm typically used to, but it didn't feel sloppy to me. It didn't feel like some overly cushiony shoes where it just felt heavy and ploppy on your shoe. No, this shoe felt bouncy and like I could just go.
This isn't the Vaporfly killer. It's going to be more so like your training shoe to where you can use the other shoe, the RC, the racing competition. This is more like the training model that you can use, and I think it felt that way.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a little heavier than what like you get in the Speed Elites, obviously, and the Vaporflies.
I could definitely see how this is going to be a really nice training shoe for those long distance marathon type people.
I would agree on everything you said about the fit. Look, some carbon plate shoes, they fit like a racing shoe, which to me just means tight. This one didn't feel tight.
No, it felt very comfortable, but then it still hugged you in the right places.
Anyone making carbon plate shoes, toe box room's okay. I know it's a racing shoe, but it's okay to free the toes. It's okay. Like, it can be snug here and supportive here, but just let the toes breathe a little bit. I know we're racing, but you don't need to be claustrophobic. I love the way it looks.
I know, me too. It's kind of has this nice little sheen to it here at the bottom, kind of a metallic white going on there.
And the New Balance logo, kind of like how it's dotted and coming across the toe box to the side. I was just with New Balance, the design team, explaining what looks good and what doesn't look good and what they should do. This is a good one.
It's very nice.
I saw the RC model in a couple of colorways. They look good too. Similar to this.
Nice.
So we'll definitely get those on your feet and we can compare carbon plate shoes. This shoe is a training model to the RC, the competition model. Similar to how you have from Saucony, the Endorphin Pro, this is the Endorphin Speed. So it kind of fits in that category of it can go fast, it has a plate, but it's not the all-out speed model. It's more for training.
Yeah, and you're going to get more mileage out of a shoe like that. With that rubber here at the bottom, that's not going to wear down in 100 miles. It's going to, help train 300 miles. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a high cushiony, springy, training racing type shoe, and that's what I got. And
it felt smooth.
It did.
It felt smooth. Some shoes kind of have that clunk. It just fit.
Had a nice roll to it.
So yeah, these are keepers for me. If I want a carbon plate feel that day, And I don't feel guilty for wearing it because it's going to last long enough. Like vaporflies, you're like, oh, should I wear it today? I'm going to lose 5 miles. It only lasts, 150 miles or whatever. But these I feel confident, feel like they're going to feel and last the way they should.
Yep.
So for those who got the shoe or tried the shoe, let us know what you think about the RC, the TC, the endorphin speed. What do you think about these carbon plate shoes? Is this getting out of hand? One thing about this shoe is $200.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's the vaporfly that costs $250 and the alphafly that costs more than that, but at the same time, I don't care. This $200 is still $200. Like, I'm an elite jogger, like not a millionaire.
I don't know. I feel like at this price point, you are expecting the quality, and they delivered the quality.
They did give the quality.
So, if you are going to be spending $200 on a shoe, this is the shoe.
Yes. But I don't like spending money.
No, well, yeah, me neither.
But if you do, links down below to runningwarehouse.com or New Balance. Whenever they're back in stock, I will have links live. And yeah, support the channel. If you plan on getting these, go for it. Shout out to the Patreons. We are still working on the documentary. I think like 5 more people added to the Patreon to help support the mission.
Nice.
So thank you guys. I really appreciate that because it's tough doing these reviews and doing these videos and making it happen. But hey, teamwork makes the dream work, and you're part of the squad. The Mary Beth Arnault squad.
Thank you, team. You rock.
And with that said, be sure to stay in school. Don't do drugs. And if you can, please keep it. Though you shouldn't say it with me.
Why not? You get mad if I say it before you. You get mad if I don't. I don't know. You actually don't get mad if I
just shouldn't say it.
But you want me to just sit here awkwardly and twiddle my thumbs?
That's what Gretchen does.
Oh, well.
Twiddle, twiddle, twiddle.